You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
Sunny 93.3, thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Mr. Dan Farris. How you doing, Dan?
Hey, I'm all right. How are you two little lovebirds?
Good.
Yeah.
Dan tells us yesterday, I think I broke my hip,
I-
but it's okay. I'll walk it off. What? That's not how it works.
Well, it's, you always hear it in, the world's worst scenario for, a kid or a teenager or whatever, family reunion where the aunts and uncles, all they talk about is their ailments.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I get that now.
Oh, yeah. I understand that as well.
I think it's going to snow. I can feel it in my hip.
Yeah. At some point when you did jump in front of that city bus on a dare and get hit, that stuff will come home to roost eventually.
You'll feel that every time it gets cold
That's what's
out.
happening now. Hey, want to mention this real quick. Our friends over at Sioux Falls American Legion Post 15 with their little monthly pancake breakfast going on this Sunday.
Nice.
And in case people don't know, here's the thing. I mean, you can go get, pancakes all over town. You can go get brunch all over town, whatever. But when you go here to these events, those dollars go to support youth baseball, post-15 baseball, camps, all kinds of things for our city's youths.
Nice.
Which is nice. Yeah, $5 bill is going to get you all you want this Sunday from 8:30 to 12:30. Pancakes.
We should check that. We've never
Smokies
gone
and all
to
that.
it before.
We should go check
We
it
should.
Oh, it's a blast. It's quick. It's easy. It's very inexpensive, and it goes for the good.
And it's all you can eat pancakes?
Yep.
See, now as long
8:30
as
to
my
5:30.
life coach, Chris Buckley, isn't listening.
He just looked in the window.
I know. I saw him. He's stalking me,
Peering in
making
the
sure I
window.
actually go and do my workouts.
Then you just go easy. Use some of that Kato syrup.
Yeah, that's what. This is magic syrup. It takes all the calories away.
So yeah, you got Commander Kevin over there and our buddy Mike Driscoll, who
Good folks.
runs the outfit. And monthly pancake breakfast this Sunday. Just wanted to mention that. It's just
Very cool.
$5, man. You
Yeah,
can't
it's good.
go wrong.
Yeah.
And if you get there at 8:30 and, for $5, you can eat all the way up until 11:30.
12:30.
Then you don't even have to do lunch.
Work it in shifts, man.
Excuse me, sir. Would you please put your pants back on? Oh, I'm just so stuffed.
Got a cot I can kind of lay up on for a while here.
That's all coming up this Sunday. I'm going to throw a link to information about that in our on our page, sunnyradio.com. So there you go. We'll do that. Manly Men doing manly things coming up. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on Sunny 93.3.
You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Excuse me, haven't I seen you on the MTV?
On Sunny 93.3.
Sunny 93.3. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Mr. Dan Farris. It's time now for manly men doing manly things in a manly fashion.
We're men among men and manly men, yes, manly men are we. We're men among manly men men are we.
Hey, you know what?
What?
This is fun. Everyone should know how to do this. The fireman's carry.
What does that mean?
This is, see, this is
Like
perfect.
carrying water buckets?
Well, it is.
No.
No, it's a very specific way to carry someone. If you've seen like old
to carry
war
a
movies,
person?
that kind of thing, yeah, and it's kind of an over the shoulder type situation,
I've
but
done
then
that.
wrapped around your upper shoulder and back. It's perfect weight distribution. You can carry a lot more than you normally could, and you can go a heck of a lot more distance.
Right.
With that individual.
I've had to do that with Heidi when she's had too much tequila.
I think I saw that in Las Vegas.
I am not a tequila drinker unless they're in margaritas, so that's a lie.
It was in a margarita. It was in about 15 margaritas.
Well, the
Evenly
firemen's
distributed.
firemen's carry. It's a military issue. It's first responder issue. That kind of thing. And there's a reason they do it like that. It is weight distribution. It's distance. It's just a great way to get the job done. And you never know when you're going to be in that situation.
That is true.
Well, I might have to carry Dan later today if his hip doesn't get better.
It brings back this hip. Boy, this hip of mine. I'll tell you what. Oh, it's something else. Thank goodness, man. A lesser man would have died years ago.
Well, don't do that.
That's all there is to it. Oh, we should probably mention this too, because I want nothing but fairness and equality for everyone everywhere, because I am woke.
You are woke.
I saw that on a billboard somewhere.
And Heidi, we discussed a little bit last week about how to
Mascara.
how to oof up your mascara if it's getting dry, and that was brilliant on my part. So we're back to mascara again today. Before applying mascara, listen closely.
All right, I'm listening.
Okay, ladies. and Larry. Just grab your standard issue business card or an index card, maybe even a credit card, and just put it behind your lashes over the eyelid.
Oh.
Okay? And then you can just brush like a crazy person till they're thick and full without getting the mascara all over your lids and stuff. Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
But what is easier is just put your mascara on like a crazy person and then get a Q-tip and just kind of dab away the mascara that you got all over your eyebrows and your forehead.
I didn't walk into this for some kind of showdown.
You know what I do? I just don't wear mascara.
Anymore.
Can you imagine if men had to wear makeup? I think we're too lazy
Don't
to do
pretend like you've never worn mascara.
I did for that fundraiser thing, yeah, and I wore high heels, and I don't do either of those on a regular basis because it's not for me.
Think 80s hair metal. All those guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it done.
And Aquanet and whatnot. But I will, whatever Heidi said is probably right because let me guess, she's a woman.
Yeah, she is. She's like 50% more woman than you are.
Yeah.
Or maybe 100% more woman. I'm not really sure what the
Just thought I'd offer tips. And hey, ladies, if you have any questions, beauty tips, fashion tips, whatever the case may be, feel free to email me at john@sunnyradio.com.
Wait a minute. That's my email address, too.
That'd be great, and I'll respond as quick as I can.
This is the Manly Men tip for the day, and our Manly Woman tip now, apparently, too. We've got water cooler talk coming up. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris.
You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris
You heard it on your Walkman radio?
on Sunny 93.3.
Sunny 93.3, thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Mr. Dan Farris. Time now for water cooler talk, brought to you by Aqua One.
Oh, yeah, Chad and Greg and the folks over the best water conditioning probably in the history of the world.
They're very good guys.
This is fascinating to me because I was here in '89 when all this shook out, and I was in media, I was in broadcast, I was in radio, so following the story of the advent of video lottery in the great state of South Dakota.
Yeah.
I remember when that started, yeah.
And how that all shook out. It was '89, and it got sold to the general public because it had to go to a vote.
Yeah.
As these dollars from these
machines, yeah,
are going to go into school funding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically it. So naturally, when we voted it in, those funds went into the general slush fund.
Yeah.
Which is, whoop, bait and switch.
Yeah.
Where do the school funds come from? They come from the general fund too, Ray.
But here was the thing. At that time,
Yeah.
and here's how this works. Every dollar that goes into every video lottery machine in the state,
Yeah.
and every machine is hooked up to the state. They know in Pierre exactly what's going on with every single machine there is in every single casino,
right?
Whatever the case may be. Percentage of those dollars goes to the state. I think the advent back in '89, I want to say it was 20%, something like that. Over the years, it's grown to 50%.
Oh.
Half of every single dollar goes to Pierre. Okay.
Oh.
So they're the big winners every time.
Well, it gets dicier than that. I owned a little bar a few years ago, and I think I had 6 or 7 machines. Okay. 50% of every dollar goes to Pierre. Well, I got robbed one night. Somebody broke into my place, jacked open every machine, cleaned them out. Okay, I was robbed.
Right.
And there were police and a police report and everything else. The state still
wanted
demanded
you
their
to pay them
50% of what was stolen. Registered. Yeah, so I lost twice on that deal.
Oh,
I never realized that's how it went.
So there's legislation going on now, and I'm not exactly sure where it's at in Pierre, but what they were talking about is incrementally over the next several years, raising that percentage.
Even more?
Until it gets to the point where it just isn't worth it anymore, and then they abolish video lottery.
Oh, yeah.
So they were so big on having this, and now there's some powers that be in the state that are going, if we do this, we'll make more money and more money.
Yeah, but then you know what comes back? The state income tax.
Well, what's problematic about it is, this stuff was put in there. People invested in all of these machines. You have various businesses that rely on some of that revenue.
Right.
Some of those businesses are solely based on that.
And again, it's just another one of those things where, okay, what happened here?
Mm-hmm.
What exactly happened here? So we'll see what happens. We'll follow that story because I just think it's kind of fascinating.
Should we get some lottery machines here in the studio?
With the history of that. We sure can. But again, I was with you guys in Vegas.
We don't do well.
I'm guessing if we each had $20 in a video lottery machine, we could parlay that into, let me think, nothing.
We could do that.
About 7 minutes.
At least we'd walk away with 50%.
No, we wouldn't.
No, we wouldn't.
If we get to keep our funds and we have to give half of it to the state, do we get to keep 50?
If you don't own those machines.
Right, but we would.
Then. Okay, and here's how it works. First, I didn't own my machines.
Oh, okay.
They were through a vendor.
Oh, okay.
So the state got 50%, and then I split 60-40 with the vendor.
Okay.
In other words, they aren't exactly a huge moneymaker, And then they banned smoking in bars, restaurants, casinos. And video lottery
totally against
revenue
that.
tanked 50% overnight.
Yeah.
So it just gets slimmer and slimmer and slimmer and slimmer. And
Been a lot of changes in that industry.
it is. But hey, as long as it's going to the government, we're looking pretty good.
Right.
If it were up to me, they'd control everything. So they're a lot smarter than I am. I don't know what to do with my money. Woo! Thank goodness I'm woke.
Coming up, we got some entertainment news of the day with Mr. Dan Farris. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour on Sunny 93.3.
You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris
What is that thing you're doing?
It's technical. It's one of our little toys.
on Sunny 93.3.
Sunny 93.3. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Mr. Dan Farris. It's time now for entertainment news of the day.
Okay, the big hubbubbery going back to the Oscars, which I think collectively the three of us saw none of.
Correct.
0% of it.
But
I haven't even seen clips on YouTube, which
I don't think
or
anybody
Facebook.
cared.
But
Yeah.
I would say usually after these things, there's like clips. I saw that the
nothing.
guy from the Queen movie fell off the stage and got hurt.
Oh, I didn't see that either.
I don't know. Maybe I'm incorrect on that. Something happened, but
Thanks for sharing,
But I'm
John.
just saying, I didn't even.
no rumors get started.
Well, here's the thing. I didn't even see a clip of that. I just saw like a headline where it said he fell, and then they had to like rush the emergency room people there, but he was fine. But they wanted to check him over anyway, or something. I don't know. I didn't read the story, but you'd think if that
And
happened,
yet it's not stopping them even for a second, is it?
you would think they would have put a video online. I'm
I
like,
have no idea what happened, but I'm reporting this.
I have no clue.
Are you CNN?
CNN.
You guys. Well, the two of you are like, you share a brain. Is that what happens here?
We do. Heidi and I were separated at birth,
I think so.
and our mother would like to slap the both of us. But the big hubbubbery coming from Oscar night apparently was, hey, was there something going on with this Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper?
Right? Isn't that
They did
creepy?
it. Well, apparently it became pretty big news because it keeps lacing through. Well, she was on one of those late night talk shows the other night, and apparently there's really nothing there. But according to people who were on the set during the making of A Star Is Born,
Yeah. Well, and even just other interviews that I've seen of the two of them together, they're holding hands and he's got his hand on her leg and they're hugging and
well, they're denying. He showed up at the Oscars with his mother on one arm and this model girlfriend of his.
Right.
Who apparently they have a child together on the other side. So who knows? But she totally categorically said, no, there's nothing going on.
how awkward for Bradley Cooper's girlfriend, front and center. Like she's front row at this thing, watching those two.
Right.
You know, I would be furious.
Who knows?
Heidi would probably go on stage.
Oh, it would be ugly.
There'd be a cat fight right there. I'm just saying. She's gotten all uppity and huffy about things.
Well, here's the thing, because I am an in-depth celebrity reporter.
Yeah,
I
this is
live
true.
and breathe it.
I know you do.
I tried to call Lady Gaga, but apparently, are you ready for this? Not her real name. I don't know. I'm looking in the directory going, Lady Gaga. Nope, no, Larson, Gugu, Larry Giannetti. Nope.
No Lady Gaga.
Came
in
up
there.
skunked.
Crazy.
I'm here covering the celebrity beat because celebrities are
Fabulous.
Thank you for that fascinating report, Dan.
my pleasure. This stuff just wears me out, man.
All right. Entertainment news of the day right there on Sunny 93.3.
You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now with an extra hour of fun, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris on Sunny 93.3.